right, so I found this, because in the last couple of videos we talked about NAM, and I've shared some profiles for my pedals. I will leave a link in the description. Obviously, the zip file is always available for everybody to download, and thank you for those that donated. Quite a few donations this month or so. I've been quite busy with gigs, so I've not posted as much. But I recently found this this version of the NAM player. There's a bit of an update, a bit of a not sorry, an update, something that makes things easier. So I thought I would make a little video about it. It's by a company called WaveMind, and I will leave the link. All the stuff I'm talking about, I will leave a link in the description, as always, and in a pinned comment. So this is a bit like a rack style plugin that also is standalone. So it's loaded now into Reaper, but you can use it standalone as well. And it adds a few things that are, you have to find a way to do on the NAM player. First of all, the NAM player is mono. This is stereo, so it basically has two NAM players into one. And you can see here, there is that mono and stereo toggle. There's a tuner, which is great, actually a really good tuner. You can save presets. And here we are. So this actually, when you download it and install it, comes with a set of sounds like impulse responses and stuff like that, and pedals, and amp, NAM profiles. I would say in general, it's quite, if you click on load or any of these modules, let's say here, I go on the load button, where is it? Right here. It takes you onto this NAMU folder, where there are all the bass and amp guitars profiles. I would say in general, they're quite heavy-handed. This is obviously a plugin in mind for the metal player. Rock and metal player, but then you can use any of your NAM profiles. So you can go on the Tone Hunt website and download whatever you want. As I said, here I use some of their the profiles that come with the plugin, and I've used the pedals that are the profiles that I made of my pedals, which again are available on that zip file. So here we are. So the first rack unit, obviously you can bypass it on and off. It's for the pedal, so to speak. So you can scroll through or do the usual window drop down, which is great. And you can use that before the amp. This instigator section is like a preamp EQ. So you can have input, bass, middle, treble, output. There's this bright thing. See, that's a bit like the really high end. And let me turn off that. And this shift, I'm not quite sure. I think it sounds like a bit of a high mid boost. It pushes that high mids. And then here you have the main unit here, so to speak, where you have what the NAM is, so the profile. And you can pick, again, you can load any of their amps, you can load your own. There are a few sections here from the users. I have uploaded the series. I'm using the Seritone at the moment, but there are loads of guitar and bass amps. They've made a nice selection, so you can just get going really with this as soon as you download it. And obviously there's that EQ section. The next one is very helpful, which is not available in the NAM, the original one. You have, it's almost like compressor, oral exciter type thing. If I turn it off, you hear how much of the sound disappeared. So you have the exciter, the compressor, quite heavy-handed as well, and then smooth, which is a bit like a transient. It takes that heavy transient out of the equation, so to speak. And then here there's more of like a really low end. If you want to this is a really great addition to that, to the basic NAM. And then we have stereo, 2 inputs responses that you can blend. This used to be quite, the first VST inputs responses plugins you would get. They all used to have this, like 2 cabs, and with a blend. And you can again go through the blend of whatever, I'm using a Marshall at the moment, but you can load up your own, do your thing. And then again, there's that gate section with input and output. And it's quite easy to use, quite intuitive. The one thing, the reverb that you hear, it's from a send. There is no reverb. Like in the original NAM, there is no reverb in this plugin. I would say maybe, because it's all impulse response and profiles based, I would love to see maybe just an extra slot for like an impulse response of a reverb. But then again, that would be purely for the standalone version. Because once you load it up into something like any DAW, you can add your own really. So you can add whatever. This is not meant to be like a fully fledged guitar plugin like Amplitude or stuff like that, so to speak. This is purely a slightly more advanced version of that NAM modeler, which I'm really enjoying, actually. This is really much easier to navigate through if you make a folder with all your favorite NAM profiles and impulse responses. This makes it really easy to navigate and to tweak more than just a the EQ, so to speak. This aggravator module makes all the difference. So again, if you're into that NAM thing and you've made your profiles of your own gear, or you like these kind of scenarios through the NAM plugin, this is great, and it's free to download. So again, big shout out to the developers. They have their own plugins as well, so visit their website. Again, all the link is in the description. In general, I think their stuff is more for the metal player, but this particular plugin, you can make it whatever you want it to make, so to speak. So just a quick video about this. I found it quite useful if you're into like production and you want to get some sounds that are a bit more, that is quick and sound a bit better than some of the stuff that is, around the moment, that it's your own, so to speak. So you're into profiling your own gear, but you want to just get something that sounds like your stuff, but you don't want to, mic up everything. This would be a great solution. And as always, if you found any value in this video, please share it with on social media, like, subscribe, the usual stuff. I will make some more videos. I think in the last few months, I've made a lot of stuff about sounds, and because obviously the summer, loads of gigs. And so I'm sharing all the sounds that I'm making, all the production stuff that I'm doing. And but I will eventually get back to doing more instructional stuff, probably throughout the winter. As always, thank you so much. Bye-bye.